What's up, guys? Happy 4th. Wanted to talk to you about a book I'm reading. I talked about it on my Facebook group, HVAC Millionaire Secrets. Be sure to go join. But if you need to learn something new, whether it be a sales call process, a service call process, or learning how to change a compressor, whatever it is that you're trying to learn, maybe it's a business process or something. You could develop his strategy, Jim Kwik, who wrote this book, Limitless, which is the f.a.s.t.e.r method. And what the f.a.s.t.e.r method is F is for F is basically an acronym. So F is for forget, which means forget about everything else you've learned and just focus on what's being taught. Don't try to judge it or think that it's not going to work because you think you know a better way. Just be open. One of the things he says is, your mind has to be like a parachute. It's got to open if it's going to work. So you got to open your mind, forget the stuff you've already learned, and apply new stuff. That way, new stuff can actually get in. A is for act. And he's just talking about, take action, basically. So get out a pen and paper, write down what you learned. And just act, basically. So S is for state. State, that could be emotional state. If you're pissed off and angry while you're trying to learn something new, you're probably going to have a really hard time learning it. So, but if you can, pump yourself up and get excited about it, you're able to absorb more of the information that's being given. T is for teach. And that's what I'm doing right now, because when you take something that you just learned and you turn around and teach it, you get to learn it twice. So it's the best way to learn. I do it all the time. Once I learn something, I turn around and try to teach it. So teach it to somebody, and try to do this each and every day. If you read it all, learn. Anytime you learn something new, turn around and try to apply it and teach it to somebody else. E is for enter, and what he's talking about in enter is enter it into your calendar, your learning time. Time for you to focus on learning something new, or give yourself time to read, or whatever it is that you want to do to actually, open your brain like a parachute and try to learn something new. And R is for review. So what he's talking about in review is actively recalling something that you just read. Because if you actually engage your brain and and be active about it, and recall it, you're way more likely to actually absorb it and learn it and be able to apply it, and use it later in your life. So the f.a.s.t.e.r method. So that's that. I also was reading, because I don't know, I always have 3 or 4 books going at any given time, because I may not be in the mood to read certain books because they're just not, some of them aren't exciting, some of them put you to sleep, but I still want to learn some of the information that's in there, where others I do get excited about, and those are the ones that I normally will sit down and read a lot and get through those pretty quickly. But I want to be able to absorb the information faster, and to maintain it, to hold it, to be able to recall it. So I'm going to start doing a lot of the stuff he talks about. Now, acronyms, I've been doing that for a long time. There was a video that, it was a Weldon Long video, and we had been learning his sales process, and I just couldn't remember how it went. So I created a word for it, DAP. And what he's talking about is, he says, I'm here to design the perfect system for you and your family, to answer all your questions and to get the price right. And the only thing that I ask of you is that you tell me if I'm a good fit for you and your family, and no is a perfectly acceptable answer. So that helped me learn that just by turning it into an acronym, just DAP, design, answer, and get the price right. So use acronyms too to help you learn quicker. Especially when it comes to any sales process or a service call process. So also I was reading another story, and it was about King Henry. I don't know which King Henry. There's way too many of them. But it was King Henry the 16th or something. But he had this astrologer that he really liked and he really found fascinating, because he found the stars and astrology fascinating. So he kept him close to him, asking questions all the time and just learning from this guy. One day this astrologer predicts that this woman's going to die. I don't know which woman it was, I don't remember. But he predicts she's going to die in 8 days. And before the 8 days was over, the woman died. So the king is like, oh my God, like this dude is like, either he's way too powerful, or he's a murderer and he actually killed this woman just so his prediction would come true. So the king ain't gonna have this. He's not gonna be close to this guy, in the kingdom. So he decides that he's gonna kill him, basically. So he gets some guards together and plans that as soon as the guy comes into his quarters and he gives a signal, the guards are going to pick him up and hurl him out the window from the top of the castle. So anyhow, the king calls for him, and as soon as the guy gets into the room with the king says, basically the king decided he was going to ask him one more question before he gave the signal to the guards to throw him out the window. And he says, if you can predict the future by reading the stars, then when will I die? And the astrologer says, I think the astrologer, at this point, he knew exactly what was going on. He knew that he was in trouble and that he was possibly sent to be killed. And real quickly, he thought on his feet and he said, "You'll die 3 days after me, exactly 3 days after me." And so the king never gave the signal and took care of that guy for the rest of his life. Made sure to give him the riches and and just pampered him, because he knew that if he died, the king would die 3 days later. So the king protected him basically for the rest of his life. But sometimes when we're in situations with customers, we got to be quick on our feet. And I would imagine that this guy had a sneaking suspicion that something was going to happen, so he probably was prepared for it. But that's the thing, is that's what creates luck. And you could say that guy was lucky, but what really creates luck is your preparation. So be sure to plan. Be sure to learn the things you need to learn how to overcome objections. Like, you got to know like 10 objections, just like right off the top of your head, just so you can say them real quickly, and I guarantee you're going to increase your sales if you do that. So, but failing to plan is planning to fail. So anytime, you got plenty of time to plan, you got plenty of time to prepare, and let's face it, the time's going to pass anyways. Doesn't matter, time's going to pass. So you might as well be working on improving yourself and improving your skills in your career, so you can actually earn more money and do the things that you want to do in life. So guys, happy 4th of July. Love you guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment below, and check out markettoday.com. I'm not going to stop talking about that. If you need SEO, a new website, or Google Ads, or you need a call center to help you answer the phones, reach out to them, markettoday.com. If you want to learn more about business, I'm going to be taking a beta group really soon here. So if you're interested in being in the beta group for my new program, which will include one-on-one coaching with me to help you grow your business, as long as, basically, if that sounds interesting to you, just shoot me an email. Just email me at HVACmillionaire@gmail.com and say, "Hey Kelly, I'm interested." And if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about yourself, about your business, and let's have a conversation. So guys, hope you're doing well. Happy 4th. Talk to you later. Go make money. Boom.